What we just witnessed this weekend at the Circuit of the Americas didn't just shake up the NASCAR Cup Series standings in a way we haven't seen in years. It might have completely changed the tone of this entire season, sending shockwaves through every shop in North Carolina. And the wild part, the actual race result on the track is only half the story. Before we even attempt to unpack the absolute disaster that is currently brewing between two of the sport's most talented drivers, do me a massive favor. If you are a real NASCAR fan who lives for this sport, who bleeds racing fuel and loves the drama as much as the speed, hit that like button right now. We are a brand new channel, NASCAR Nation Decoded, and we are pushing aggressively toward that 1,000 subscriber milestone. We are building a community here. If you want honest, passionate talk from real fans who aren't afraid to speak the hard truth about the sport we love, trust me, you are in the right place. Subscribe and join the crew as we break down what might be the single biggest controversy of the next-gen era. Now, let's talk about what just happened. Because while the record books will show a victory, the garage area is whispering and shouting about a scandal. Coming into this highly anticipated weekend at COTA, the narrative was supposed to be about the battle for road course supremacy. We all knew the tension was building between the 45 camp of Tyler Reddick and the 97 team of Shane Van Gisbergen. These are, without a doubt, the two heavyweights of turning left and right in the Cup Series today. But what we saw unfold over the course of 68 laps wasn't just a race. It was a statement that bordered on the unbelievable. Tyler Reddick didn't just win. He executed a performance that was so dominant, so surgically precise, that it immediately raised eyebrows up and down pit road. In a sport where the next-gen car was designed to create parity, where the field is supposed to be tighter than ever, seeing a car gap the field by 4 seconds on pure pace alone is jarring. It harkens back to the days of unrestricted engineering, and that is exactly where the problem lies. We witnessed Reddick carve through the field after stage breaks with an ease that looked unnatural, while other drivers, even champions like Kyle Larson and Chase Elliott, were fighting their cars, sliding the rear tires, and managing wheel hop in the heavy braking zones. Reddick's Toyota looked like it was glued to the asphalt. It was as if he was driving a completely different spec of vehicle. The race itself provided plenty of chaos to distract the casual viewer. We saw the typical Turn 1 calamity, with cars spinning and diving 3 wide into the funnel. We saw stage strategy split the field, with some teams opting to short pit to retain track position while others stayed out to grab those valuable stage points. There was beating and banging in the midfield, with Ross Chastain and Denny Hamlin renewing their acquaintances in a cloud of tire smoke. We also saw Ty Gibbs showing incredible, blistering speed in the first stage before a heartbreaking mechanical gremlin unfortunately sidelined his promising effort. But through all the noise, through all the yellow flags and the restarts, one thing remained constant: the 45 car's impossible drive off the corners. Every time the green flag dropped, Reddick would launch. It wasn't just a good restart, it was a rocket ship. And stalking him the entire time was Shane Van Gisbergen. SVG is not a complainer, he is a racer's racer. He comes from a background in supercars where rubbing is racing and car control is everything. He drove the wheels off his machine, hitting every mark, maximizing every braking zone, and yet he could not close the gap on the exit. You could hear the frustration mounting on the 97 radio. He was asking his crew chief where Reddick was finding the grip. Was it tires? Was it pressures? Or was it something else? Now that's where news number 2 comes in, and this is the explosion that has left NASCAR in big trouble this morning. Immediately after the checkered flag waved and Reddick began his burnout, the celebration was overshadowed by a furious Shane Van Gisbergen. This wasn't just a driver upset about finishing second. This was a calculated blast at the integrity of the race winner. In post-race comments that are already circulating like wildfire, SVG didn't hold back. He explicitly accused the 45 team of utilizing an illegal advantage. He pointed to the specific dynamics of Reddick's car in the high-speed sections and the traction out of the slow hairpins. SBG stated, essentially, that the laws of physics do not allow a legal next-gen car to accelerate that efficiently without wheel spin on worn tires. He is forcefully suggesting that there is something highly irregular going on with the electronic traction control systems, or, more likely, an aerodynamic manipulation of the underbody diffuser that is generating illegal downforce. We are talking about the dark arts of NASCAR cheating hidden ballast, flexible body panels that pass static inspection but move at speed, or sensor manipulation. When a driver of SBG's caliber, someone who understands vehicle dynamics better than almost anyone on the grid, makes a claim like this, you have to listen. He isn't claiming Reddick outdrove him. He is claiming he was beaten by a car that shouldn't exist. This puts the sanctioning body in a massive bind. If they tear down Reddick's car at the R&D center and find nothing, SVG looks like he's making excuses. But if they find even a single washer out of place, this becomes the biggest cheating scandal since the fines levied against Stewart-Haas Racing last year. The accusation is that Reddick's team has found a way to bypass the single-source part limitations. The rumors suggest they might be bleeding air from the wheel wells to create an invisible aerodynamic advantage, sealing the car to the track in a way that is strictly prohibited. This is the kind of stuff that gets crew chiefs suspended for months. It's the kind of stuff that strips wins, and the timing couldn't be worse. NASCAR is trying to sell the narrative of a fair, competitive playing field, and here we have the road course ace telling the world that the game is rigged. The tension between these two drivers is now at an all-time high. We aren't just watching a rivalry for wins. We are watching a battle for the moral high ground. Reddick contends it was just a perfect setup and a perfect drive. SBG contends it was a fraud. The fans are split down the middle. This is the drama that fuels the sport, but it's also a dangerous game. If the fans start to believe that the racing isn't legitimate, that the cars aren't legal, it hurts the entire product. We have seen penalties handed out for much less. The intricate dance of the disqualification process is now the most important story of the week. We are waiting on the official word from the tech center. Will the win stand? Will there be massive points deductions? Or will this just be another chapter in the book of if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying? The reality is, what we saw at COTA was either one of the greatest driving performances in history or a masterclass in engineering rule-breaking. There is no middle ground here. I need to know where you stand on this. You think Van Gisbergen is right to blast Reddick over this? Did you see something in the way that 45 car moved that looks suspicious to you, or is this just a case of a competitor unable to accept defeat? Is it competitive frustration, or is it something deeper that exposes a flaw in the inspection process? I want to see your honest thoughts in the comments section below. Let's get a real debate going. We read every single comment because your opinion drives this channel. And please, if you want to stay on top of this developing story and find out if NASCAR drops the hammer on the 45 team, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We are working hard to bring you the best coverage on YouTube, and we need your support to hit that 1,000 subscriber goal. This scandal is far from over, and we will be right here to cover the fallout. Thanks for watching NASCAR Nation Decoded. Stay passionate, stay loud, keep those engines running, and we will see you in the next one.